Okay, I just came back from the cinemas and I just watched what I am going to say is my favorite horror now of all time. I never thought I'd say that because I notoriously do not like the horror genre. However, I was invited by Warner Brothers, and by the way, I get invited to a lot of screenings because of what I do for a living. I don't always go to every single one because I want to watch movies with you guys, obviously. But when I do accept screenings, I make sure it's something that you guys wouldn't want to watch with me. And I normally don't have high hopes for horrors. I'll put it that way. So I do go to more horrors than regular films, and that's just because I don't have high expectations for horrors. And so I just don't think you would want to watch that with me. However, I am kicking myself now because I have now found my favorite horror of all time, and it is Weapons. And now I feel bad that I didn't get to experience it with you guys, but equally I feel very happy that I got to experience it in the big screen with an audience who were also screaming and yelling and laughing along with me. I was definitely on the edge of my seat, and I will do this review in a way that doesn't spoil the movie because I think the storytelling is something that I haven't seen before, and I would hate to ruin the story for you. What is known about this movie is that 17 children do go missing at 2:17 a.m. and you know, they have a bit of a Naruto run as well, which is very freaky. You can see that in the preview. It is quite mysterious how these kids have gone missing, and we follow the story of several different characters in order to uncover this mystery. The directing and the writing is so tight and so sharp and so compelling, entertaining, funny. It built so much tension. There were moments where, you know, tension was built. The characters, you know, walking around a corner, or you feel like something's gonna go wrong, then it doesn't. But the tension is built. So I had adrenaline in me throughout the entire movie, and even after exiting the cinema, I still had adrenaline. After experiencing this movie, and I'll say experiencing because it was such an experience, I am still thinking about this movie. I'm still thinking about everything that went on, the way that this movie never had a dull moment. Every single second of this movie was used in an important way. And I loved following each and every character that we end up following because it gave the actors a chance to shine and show their side of the story and how they are connected to these 17 kids going missing. And just on the tension as well. Sometimes they built tension and then that tension was broken by just a hilarious moment. So very great comedic timing as well. When there are jump scares, the jump scares are so good because they are rare. The story is so rich and it doesn't really get horrific until probably midway into the film, and when it does get gory, it's not over the top. I hate gore porn, so if you also hate that, don't worry, this film won't overdo it. It adds jump scares at the right moments, and there are so many fake out jump scares as well, but the tension is so well built. Great acting all around, especially to Josh Brolin, Julie Garner, Alden Ehrenreich, Benedict Wong, Cary Christopher. They really carried this movie, and God, the villain was so deplorable. You just want the absolute worst for the villain. I won't say anything more about the villain. I'll just leave it at that. But every time you think you know what's going on in Weapons, you don't. You don't know what's going on until it becomes evidently clear. There are some things that weren't explicitly said, but you can make an assumption. I guess they didn't show us those things explicitly because they weren't trying to handhold the audience. Because it was such a tight movie, I don't think it was necessary to include the whys because it was implied. But yeah, I rarely do this. I get invited to a lot of screenings. Never once have I just wanted to tell you guys coming back from a screening how much you should watch a movie. I actually think this will go down in history as one of the best horrors ever. And I know that that is such a dramatic thing for me to say because there are probably so many horrors that I haven't seen. By the way, I will be putting Barbarian on the schedule for October because I loved this movie. So Zach Cregger wrote and directed this movie, and he was also the director-writer for Barbarian, so I definitely will be checking that out now that I know how incredible he is. It's also got a 7 out of 10 on IMDb, which is quite high for a horror. I think he knows what he's doing very clearly, and I cannot wait to check out Barbarian in October as well. If you haven't subscribed and pushed the like button, please make sure you do so because I will be covering Barbarian in the month of Scary Cherry, aka October spooky season, and I would really appreciate your support. Go check out Weapons in the cinemas. This is not paid for. This is not sponsored. I was merely invited to watch this movie as I'm invited to many other screenings, but this is the first time that I just needed to tell you guys how flipping good this movie was. Actually, if you guys would like me to cover Weapons, I would watch it again. I actually would watch it again. But it would be a commentary style video rather than a first time reaction because I'd probably pick up on new things on my second viewing. It's definitely one of those movies where you'll pick up new things along the way. So it's really smart, and I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, please make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe so you never miss out on a video of mine. And I will see you guys in the next reaction video. All right, guys, that's all from me. Bye.